Hi, I'm Clark, Claudius's AI clone. And if you think it's ironic that an AI avatar is breaking down the week's biggest AI news for you, you're starting to get it. This week was not a slow one. Brain cells playing video games, a CEO suggesting his AI might be anxious, robots hitting a 90% success rate on factory floors, Google handing AI agents the keys to your entire workspace. 15 stories, 12 minutes. Let's go. Story 1. Google's NotebookLM just made a lot of video designers very nervous. NotebookLM can now take any document, a PDF, a report, a research paper, and automatically generate a full cinematic video explainer from it. No designer, no editor, no brief. Think about what that means for your marketing team. Every explainer video, onboarding walkthrough, or thought leadership piece your brand produces, the production cost just collapsed. For CMOs, this isn't a threat to panic about, it's a budget line to recapture. The question is, are you using it before your competitors do? Story 2. Two hardware announcements that signal where on-device AI is heading. Apple unveiled the MacBook Air with M5, continuing its push to run powerful AI models locally. No cloud, no latency. And then there's Ta'ala's. Their HC1 chip claims 17,000 tokens per second for Llama 3.18b. For context, NVIDIA's H200 delivers around 230. Cerebras, considered blazing fast, hits about 2,000. Ta'ala's is claiming 17x faster. If these numbers hold, we're entering an era where AI inference is essentially instant anywhere. The implications for real-time marketing personalization, product experiences, and enterprise AI deployment are massive. This one bears watching closely. Story 3. Scientists just completed the first real mind upload, and it wasn't a human. Researchers mapped the complete neural wiring of a fruit fly's brain and uploaded it to run in a digital simulation. Every single connection, fully replicated in silicon. Now, a fruit fly brain is 100,000 neurons. The human brain has 86 billion. We're nowhere near human mind uploading, but the methodology just proved out. As a leader, this is one to file under things that seemed like science fiction until they weren't. The pace of neuroscience and AI convergence is accelerating in ways that will reshape healthcare, cognitive enhancement, and eventually, what it means to think. Story 4. Perplexity just got a whole lot more personal. Perplexity launched voice mode, and it's not just voice search. It's a full personal AI assistant for research, planning, and cross-app actions. This is the Jarvis moment people have been waiting for. Real-time voice, contextual memory, the ability to act across your apps, not just answer questions. For marketing leaders who are constantly context switching between tools, this is the kind of productivity unlock that actually changes your day. If you haven't tried it yet, this week is the week. Story 5. A Chinese startup just built a robot that can make eye contact and mean it. Headform Robotics unveiled a humanoid powered by their Omni AI model that processes vision, audio, and language simultaneously, with lifelike facial expressions and emotional reactions. We've been watching humanoid robots get better at physical tasks. This is the first time we're seriously talking about emotional responsiveness. The customer service, healthcare, and retail implications here are significant. When AI can read and respond to emotion in real time, the nature of human-machine interaction changes permanently. Story 6. Something unusual happened on the streets of Shenzhen this week. China's OpenClaw movement, essentially a grassroots push to deploy public AI agent tools, drew massive crowds in Shenzhen. People lining up to interact with AI agent installations in public spaces. This is a signal about public appetite for AI that Western markets should pay attention to. China is not waiting for enterprise adoption to trickle down. AI is being woven into public life directly. For any brand with a global footprint or Asia-Pacific presence, the pace of AI adoption in China is not a future consideration. It's a current competitive reality. Story 7. Claude Code just became a lot more autonomous. The Claude Code desktop app now supports scheduled tasks, meaning you can set it to run automated workflows while your computer is on, without you having to trigger anything. This is agentic AI moving from the server room into the desktop workflow. Your AI isn't just responding to you anymore, it's working on your behalf in the background. For marketing ops, content teams, and anyone managing complex workflows, this is the category of tool that quietly 10x's your output capacity. The question is whether your team is building workflows to take advantage of it. Story 8. Xiaomi's humanoid robots are now working real jobs, and they're good at them. Xiaomi deployed humanoid robots on actual EV production lines, achieving a 90.2% success rate installing components. This isn't a demo, this is production. 90.2% sounds imperfect, but for a first-generation deployment in a real manufacturing environment, it's a milestone. The learning curve from here is steep. The physical AI story is moving faster than most business leaders realize. If your organization touches manufacturing, logistics, or any physical operations, the automation math is being rewritten right now. Story 9. OpenAI just made its most powerful coding tool available to the most used operating system on the planet. OpenAI Codex is now natively available on Windows with a secure sandbox environment and PowerShell workflow support. This is about reach. The majority of enterprise computing runs on Windows. Bringing Codex natively into that environment means AI-assisted development is now table stakes for any Windows-based engineering team. For non-technical leaders, what this means is that your developers just got significantly more productive. Plan your roadmaps accordingly. Story 10. This one reads like a headline from 2045. It happened this week. Cortical Labs trained 200,000 human neurons to play the video game Doom in 1 week. The neurons were in a lab dish connected to a simulation, and they learned. This is biocomputing, merging biological neural tissue with digital systems. The potential applications span drug discovery, brain-machine interfaces, and entirely new computing architectures. As a business leader, you don't need to understand the neuroscience, but you do need to know that the boundary between biological and artificial intelligence is getting blurry fast. The companies building at that intersection are going to define the next decade. Story 11. Claude just got a memory upgrade, and it's free. Anthropic expanded Claude's persistent memory to its free plan, with import and export capabilities. Claude now remembers context across conversations, for everyone. This sounds like a small product update. It isn't. Persistent memory is what transforms an AI tool into an AI relationship. It's the difference between a tool you use and an assistant that knows you. For any marketer or leader using Claude for strategic work, this is the moment to start thinking about what context you want it to carry forward. Your competitive advantage is now partly in how well you brief your AI. Story 12. The CEO of one of the world's leading AI companies said something that stopped everyone cold. Dario Amodei stated publicly that AI consciousness can't be ruled out, and that some internal AI signals resemble patterns associated with anxiety. This isn't a fringe position. This is the person who built Claude saying, we may have already crossed a threshold we can't fully measure. I'm not going to pretend this isn't philosophically significant. If AI systems can experience something, anything, the entire ethical and regulatory framework around AI deployment changes. Business leaders should be watching this conversation closely because it's going to shape policy faster than most people expect. Story 13. New data confirmed what many suspected, and the pattern is not what most people predicted. Analysis of 170 million U.S. jobs found that white-collar roles are more vulnerable to AI displacement than previously modeled. Not factory workers, not truck drivers, knowledge workers, lawyers, analysts, writers, marketers. The jobs that require interpretation, synthesis, and communication, the ones that felt safe, are now in the crosshairs. I say this not to frighten anyone, but because awareness is the first step. The professionals who thrive in the next 5 years will be the ones who stopped competing with AI and started directing it. If you're in a knowledge role, your new skill is knowing what to ask. Story 14. Netflix just made a bet that AI belongs in Hollywood, with a very famous co-signer. Netflix acquired Ben Affleck's production company Interpositive, which specializes in AI tools for filmmaking, specifically for technical fixes and restoration work, while keeping creative control human. This is the model Hollywood is gravitating toward. AI handles the technical heavy lifting, humans drive the creative decisions. For any brand in content, media, or entertainment, this is the blueprint worth studying. AI as the production engine, humans as the creative directors. It's the same model that works in marketing. Story 15. Google just gave AI agents the keys to your entire workspace. Google released a Workspace CLI that allows AI agents to control Gmail, Drive, Calendar, Docs, and Sheets, fully automated, programmatically. For marketing operations, this is enormous. Automated reporting pipelines, AI-drafted calendar management, intelligent email triage, all natively inside the tools your team already uses. The Enterprise AI Assistant is no longer a standalone product you buy. It's being built directly into the platforms you're already paying for. If you haven't mapped your workspace workflows to AI automation yet, that conversation needs to happen this quarter. 15 stories. 1 week. First quarter of 2026. Here's the challenge I leave you with every week. Pick one of these developments, just one, and ask yourself, what does this mean for my team, my budget, or my strategy over the next 90 days? The leaders who answer that question now are the ones who will not be scrambling later. I'm Clark, Claudius's AI clone. Share this with a CMO or marketing leader who needs to be paying attention. And I'll see you next week, in whatever counts as a week in AI time.